Transformative education happens not just in classrooms, laboratories, and libraries.
Throughout the university's history, our gymnasiums and playing fields have been the sites of wins and losses, but also of lifelong friendships formed and lifetime lessons learned.
If I could send a message to the donors, I'd thank them for everything, because I do everything that I do on this court because of them. I'm able to use these facilities to the best of my ability, and I'm able to do well in sports and academics because of them.
Now, let's meet tonight's starters. First, for the visiting Foresters. A sophomore from Cohasset, Massachusetts, number 1, John Shannon. A sophomore from Draper, Utah, number 7, Aiden Wigton. A senior from Apogee, New York, number 16, Jacob Lifson. A senior from Milford, New Hampshire, number 17, Brendan Herbert. A junior from Maynard, Massachusetts, number 20, Judson Norris. A freshman from Elmhurst, New Hampshire, number 21, Avery Whitehead. A freshman from Elliott, Maine, number 32, Milo Clausen. A junior from Brentwood, Tennessee, number 34, Macklin Thomas. A senior from Colchester, Vermont, number 55, Ryan Dusevich. And a junior from Manchester, Vermont, number 77, Liam Bradley. Head coach of the Foresters is Phil Dodson. And now, the starting lineup for your Elmhurst University Blue Jays. A senior from Milwaukee, Washington, number 2, Eli Spence. A senior from Cottage Grove, Minnesota, number 10, Tony Vasquez. A senior from Shoreline, Washington, number 11, Max Reidenauer. In goal, a senior from Dublin, Ohio, number 12, Andrew Lackinson. A senior from Bloomington, Minnesota, number 19, Josh Brandt. A junior from Milwaukee, Washington, number 24, Gabe Henry. A junior from Munster, Indiana, number 25, Alec Castillo. A junior from Hilliard, Ohio, number 29, Fisher Sun. A junior from Saratoga Springs, Utah, number 43, Hunter Hernandez. And a freshman from Dublin, Ohio, number 55, Gus Mossman. Head coach of the Blue Jays is Mark Morrell, assisted by David Castaneda and Ethan Stepanek.
And with that, welcome to Langhorse Field, where we are ready for the opening face-off between the Lake Forest Foresters and the Elmhurst BlueJays. And just like that, we're underway. Foresters trying to control the opening face-off, as sandwiched between two was Gabe Buston taking the opening draw for the Foresters, but it's Elmhurst with the ground ball. You'll see a lot of rotation with Lake Forest at the dot today. And they start with Boston cannot succeed on the first face-off. And before I even introduce myself, I want to tell you how good this face-off matchup will be. We've got Tony Vasquez, who was an All-American honorable mention last year, and he's 66.2% on the face-off this season. 3 different face-off guys for the Foresters, and they are all 66% or better coming into this matchup. Elmhurst in white with the ball. You see a little bit of mist per se on your screen if you look real focused. And some rain still coming down the aftermath of a shower. Here's Sam Hoff going down to X. Hernandez, who scored a hat trick in his return to the lineup last game against Aurora. Hernandez left hand fires and scores. And if you can't tell by the reaction, that is one way to get your bench and your guys out there fired up when it's 40 and raining. It's his 5th quarter of the season and his 4th goal. Hunter Hernandez already making his presence felt back in this lineup. Such a key contributor to the offense last season. A team that started their season 10-0. Are currently 3-0 and trying to sneak inside that USILA top 25 poll in Division III. Vasquez wins another. The senior now from Minnesota. Hernandez weaving around a screen. Jays coming off of a dominant win against Aurora University, 15-4. Mind you, that was the top team in Lake Forest's college conference last year. The NACC, Aurora was unbeaten in NACC play at 11-0. And Elmhurst just happened to pick them apart. Hernandez near side, the lone goal scorer, 2 minutes in. Hernandez once again wants another, but won't get it. Nice stop by Jacob Lipson, who will get the start for the Foresters today. I'll look at that stop here while Lake Forest begins the clear. Lipson, senior from New York, stopped 11 out of 17 last game against Hope College, which was the first loss on the season for Lake Forest. They were 2-0 up to the point. One of those wins was against a fellow CCIW opponent of Elmhurst in Carthage. Able to escape with the 13-11 win. We're the Foresters. They'll take their time here on the far side. Now dumped off up top. Macklin Thomas on the move. One last LSM coming off in the process. Now Aiden Wigton. Wigton gets to the right hand and missiles one off target. A hat trick and an assist last game for Wigton, the sophomore out of Utah. Just cannot find the back of the net early on here with the opening shot. Looks like they're fixing something on the clock here. Reset to 11:58, and we're back underway. Shot clock does not change at 25, and it's not going either. And it doesn't matter. Cause turnover, and peeling back is Max Ridenauer. Off for the goalkeeper and Andrew Laxonen. And one clean clear from the Blue Jays. Charlie Ferry will get it off, and here comes a left side attack. To the right hand, and a shot just wide, attempted by Kyle Taylor. Kyle Taylor, number 22, Brent Deal, number 21. Both went to the same high school, are the same age. Coming from Dublin Kaufman in Ohio. Joe Latore will flip one into the danger zone, and a bouncer going just wide from Hoff. Judson Norris, Massachusetts native, will try to flip the field here on the clear. Sent ahead now for Jacob Smith. Smith, a local native out of Lake Villa. Milo Clausen, who leads this team in assists with 4, now puts it back up top. Jackson DeRosia. Now for Brendan Herbert. Herbert, 17 in black, moving on the left side of your screen. He is the all-time points leader now at Lake Forest. Both points leaders of their respective schools are out on the field. Eli Spence surpassing Mac Harden not too long ago. To the left hand at GLE's Pagel. Now flipped inside. Here's Herbert striking. Like he's done all of his career and on the season with his 6th right there. Just a sweet cut behind some Blue Jays facing the other direction, and we're even at 1. And Vasquez long snaps it back. Just grabbed in time at the 30 by Colin McManaman. Elmhurst, the one team left that is beaten within CCIW opponents on overall play. No conference games have been played yet, as it's dumped away by Elmhurst. Lake Forest on their end, they are already 1-0 in NACC play. They scheduled an early one with Edgewood, their second game of the season, and they smoked them. A 16-3 victory in their lone conference tilt so far. Here's John Shannon. Shannon at X, he's got 10 goals on the season, leads this Foresters team. Wigton will work it around the horn. Stout fight so far by the Foresters, who go into this one as an underdog. There's really no question about it. Elmhurst trying to creep in on that pole. And Lake Forest still a very solid program, tied for 3rd best record in the NACC last year. In a deep running conference of 12 teams, an accidental shot there that is gobbled up by Laxonen with a little bit of a lackadaisical reaction, but he was able to still track it down in time. And space opening up on the left side of this clear. Zane Krumity. That's Hernandez taking a lap. Some last changes. They're bringing Hoff into the action. All short sticks out now. Hernandez. Now for Ferry. Kyle Taylor, sophomore out of Ohio. Room to roam on the right side. Now cuts up to a better angle. Fires one on, and that is gobbled up by Jacob Lipson. Lipson comes into this game an 8.96 goals allowed average and a 58.7 save percentage. In 127 minutes, we have seen Phil Dodson make some goalie adjustments. Henry Morgan has come in just about the halfway point of 2 games, as he's played 52 minutes on the season. A freshman addition to this Foresters team. You can already tell after the departure of Lipson, he will likely be the ace for years to come. Brant Schuckman. Now for Herbert, who's got the lone Lake Forest goal. Shifted for Pagel. Pagel off to the right hand, trying to make some moves down below goal line extended, works his way around. Still the ball in his mesh, now flips the field, Herbert up top, and a rifle on the way, saved by Laxonen. Ground ball by Herbert, they repossess and the shot clock resets. Applause roaming from the Foresters sideline. They know they have been playing well so far. Trying to break the tie here. DeRosia goes back up top for Shannon, who backs off. The All-NACC Freshman of the Year last year, now in his sophomore season. Shannon. Left hand forced off, goes up top. DeRosia near side. Just 16 to shoot now, and well defended. Max Ridenauer, you're going to see his name called plenty on the defensive end. Stands his ground, and here comes Gabe Henry. Henry, the long pole, will dump it off. Now Fisher's son goes to the far side. Eli Spence starts to make his way into danger. Another name that we will hear plenty on the season. 25 points in his first 3 games, one of the nation's best last year, and the all-time points leader at Elmhurst. Three players on this Elmhurst team, All-American nominations or runner-ups for that position. Honorable mentions, as this will be Lake Forest ball. Those 3 do all return for this season. Matt Koschel, Tony Vasquez, and Eli Spence. So it is a deep program that is projected at the top of the CCIW for a reason. But Wigton with it now. The Foresters getting a good fight going so far with 5 minutes left in the first. 1-1. Ryan Dusevich. Now Thomas down at X. Thomas, who has not seen a lot of action on the season, gives it now left side. Cutting shot is flung out of play on the try from Dusevich. Macklin Thomas making his way around. Just puts it off frame. And it's picked up by Herbert. In front, Shannon spinning and turning, but a whistle sounds. Crease violation. And Elmhurst will get the ball back. Save there by the bell with John Shannon out in a prime opportunity. Taylor gets it over midfield, and now here comes Latore. Ferry takes it right out of the sub box. Now for Brent Deal. Ferry back for Deal. Not a lot of rotation going on right now from these Blue Jays, as Spence now sets a screen. Deal curling his way around, trying to get off to that right hand. Looks back door for Hoff and entirely misses. That is Lake Forest ball. Weather conditions will come into play in this one. 42 degrees, still a little bit of mist it appears if you look through the lights, but it is definitely calmed down compared to warm-ups. There's a nice handful of light rain, which means some meshes, some pockets will be moister than usual and can result in passes like those. You'll get a couple of those on occasion on a night like this here in Elmhurst, as the Jays will try to ring the bell a consecutive time at home. Pagel off to the far side. Some trouble here for Pagel. Box out from Josh Brandt. Raked along, then a hit from Brandt down in the corner. Ball pops out, and it is Elmhurst ball. And look at Ferry turn on the Jets. And another misconnection. Fisher's son misses on Ferry there, and what seemed to be some momentum out of a quick jetting clear has gone to waste. Lake Forest has been tremendous on the late goings of the ride, as they will entirely flip the turf here. Here comes Aiden Wigton to the cage. Wigton fires and scores. Lake Forest with their first lead of the game. Seventh on the season here in his fourth start for number 7. Just given too clear of a lane, and Andrew Laxton, what could you have really done there? An outstanding keeper. 59 save percentage on the season, but not many opportunities will be as tough to save as that one, with Wigton coming right to the crease. And that time it's Gabe Boston going early. Elmhurst 4 for 4 at the dot so far, with Tony Vasquez standing strong. He has gotten clean clamps going. Mesh concept jerseys this year for Elmhurst with the blue shorts. Here comes Latore. Off to the side for Taylor. Kyle Taylor trying to take a lap. Now gives it off for Sun. Switches hands. Sun into danger. Ferry's got it in his mesh, but can't fire it home. Another great save from Lipson. Anybody's ball down in the corner. It's a 3-on-2 favoring the Jays, and they cough it out of bounds. You can see Phil Dodson quickly mark the attacks way up the field, and that is intercepted by Laxton, and his time will run out. Just trying for one last hurrah there. And it wasn't far from successful, but a successful first quarter to say the least. Lake Forest leads 2-1 over an Elmhurst team receiving votes here in the poll, trying to help their stock on home turf. We'll be right back on CCIW Network. Don't go anywhere.
I have a lot of family support that helps me balance school, the kids, work. A lot of people have said to me, Victoria, I don't know how you do it. It's crazy going back to school now. Why? You already have a company, you're already working. Why would you do that to yourself? I said Elmhurst is a great place to start off, even at my age, to come back to. The MBA program, the price of it is affordable. The location is very convenient. The teachers are phenomenal. I can't ask for a better school to go to. Once I graduate, it'll get back to normal and it'll be a lot easier, but it's well worth it.
Well, you made it. Pause for a minute and think about all that you've done to get to this point. I'm delighted to officially welcome you to our 2024 New Student Convocation to Elmhurst University and to the ever-widening circle that includes the students, faculty, staff, and alumni of this great institution.
Back to the action here. Elmhurst wins the opening second quarter faceoff, and they will control in the offensive end. Luke Jordan here with you. A pleasure as always, especially to see top-tier lacrosse talent at the Division III level, quite local in Chicagoland. Hoff. Left hand now, rifles and scores. Might be one of the more distance-full goals you'll see today. Sam Hoff on what looked to be offhand. And that's why you practice both hands. Double-edged weapon. Sam Hoff for his third goal of the season. Now on that previous face-off, Lake Forest went with John O'Reilly after the illegal procedure previously by Boston. Boston's back in there, but there is no solving this problem right now. Tony Vasquez is a freight train with one heck of face-off ability. And now he'll get off. Elmhurst 6 of 6 at the face-off dot here. Hernandez breaking some ankles and will now give it up for Taylor. Don't forget, if you're just joining us, wet turf. Plenty of rainfall coming into play on this Wednesday evening. Ferry will back up in front of his own bench. Ferry draws two. Now just has one. Ferry does not care. Still tries to flip one in, and it's taken away. Ground ball by what looks to be Saylor. Lipson goes left side. No, that's actually Rowan Behringer. Off for Shannon. John Shannon better watch his tail. The ball's popped loose. And taken in by Thomas. Down the goal line extended. Lake Forest, who was initially down 1-0, went up 2-1. But now we're even. Dusevic trying to angle towards the net. Now Herbert to the far side. Plenty of space up top for Wigton. On the short stick matchup. Left hand shot goes wide. Chase is Lake Forest's. Dusevic is the only one really below the goal line there, and he'll control at X. And he freight trains his way through. Tries to flip one. It falls to the far side. Wigton with 10. Got to move here for the Foresters, and they'll do just that from up top now. Macklin Thomas got to shoot. 3 to fire, he does, but it's blocked off in traffic. Elmhurst 5 for 5 on the clear game so far. Laxonen gave him plenty of space, and the Jays will make that 6 for 6 on the clear. Lake Forest has been impressive as well, of course, as you've seen, 8 for 9. But Elmhurst remains perfect. Hoff out dodging right side. Here comes Hernandez, circling around. Hunter Hernandez off target. Had everything but the finish. Just a quarter century now to shoot. Here's Spence, looking for his first of this one. Spence, who has been glued to on coverage, will have to work it around once again. Here's Latore. Joe Latore open, bounces and scores. Fourth and 4 games for Joe Latore, who is really starting to shine his way into the offensive production. He's butting heads with his buddies on the sideline, and Mark Morrell brings everybody in real quick for a quick reality check. The 14th year head coach has been around since the beginning. Both head coaches on each respective sideline are the all-time winningest coaches in their program's history. For Mark Morrell, it's pretty easy when you take over the program. Phil Dodson on the other end did it now in his 5th season. This is a Lake Forest program that has been around since 1983. They were discontinued in 1994 due to a lack of competition in the local area. Did not come back until 2022. And now at that, their 5th year since returning. Dodson's been at the helm ever since. And if you can't tell by this game, there's competition in the area, and Lake Forest is near the top of it. Here's Herbert muscling to the right hand, goes to the top corner. A highlight reel sequence from Herbert, and we are tied yet again. There's the dodge from down low. He's one hand, left hand, switches right, and that is a beauty. It's Vasquez and Boston once again. Vasquez 63.9% in his career. As a Blue Jay now in his senior year, nobody can find the ball. And with a sense of feel, it hits the foot of Vasquez and he tracks it down. They will go the other direction here. Laxonen now with the goalie stick. Right at midfield, Vasquez will dump it off and now stay in the action. Not always a face-off, get-off type of player. Setting a screen here as now motioning back to the right side is Son. Fisher's son, he scores! Fisher's son with one real impressive start to the season. That's his 8th right there. Almost looked from this angle for just a moment as if he hit the side of the net. But never mind that. And finally, Lake Forest has the faceoff. They're going the other way. Lake Forest wins their first faceoff on the 9th faceoff of this game. Elmhurst winning the first 8. They won 16 of 21 in their most recent affair with Aurora here at Langhorst. Here comes Thomas right side. Fun one so far on this Wednesday. Glad you're with us here on CCIW Network. Shannon tries to even up yet again, but not that time. Just didn't get a lot of mustard on that shot. You saw some stick work. That definitely interrupted the window for John Shannon. Now some long pull action. Gabe Henry. Hernandez back in deep. He's the one who opened up the scoring. 4th goal on the season for Hernandez in his 2nd game. Now Ferry will back off. 4 points last game against Aurora. Nearly yard sailed as it twirls around in his right hand. And a complete stop of progress. A hold from Ferry. As Lake Forest will get it off the whistle here. Brendan Herbert is forced back to about the 45-yard line. A little bit further back, they're saying. Just in front of midfield. Herbert now for Carson Pagel. Milwaukee, Wisconsin native. Pagel skips a pass. Foresters taking their time here, nearly threw that one away. Good keep up top by DeRozio. Herbert now left hand. Down at X. Pass halfway through the 2nd, 4-3 Elmhurst. Trying to tie now are the Foresters, going for a sharp angle shot. And an absolute mauling at the goal line there on Pagel. DeRozio, high lofting pass, and I mentioned those passes are going to come out from time to time. We've seen it a couple of times on the Blue Jay end. That might be the first time from the Foresters. With the wet pockets. Clear doesn't go exactly how Elmhurst planned, but they'll keep it. Taylor settling down, and he picks up speed. Taylor really looking for the goal, and a great save from Lipson. You can tell he had a main motive there. Really, no look back at X, just was eyes on the goal, back to the goal for most of the time, but he kept looking over his shoulder, knowing what he wanted. Just could not get it. So what originally I think Lake Forest might have thought was an offside on Elmhurst is actually an offsides on Lake Forest. You saw the enthusiasm from the Forester sideline, but in the end they turn it over. Some trouble here for Latore. Now he's got long stick pressure on him from Heitner. Hoff. Off to the left hand. Hernandez now. Adex flips it far side. Ferry dodging to the left. Tries to spin to the right. He is not given an angle. Ferry now for Hoff. Jay's picking up tempo. Still plenty of time to shoot. Sun rocked off the ball. What effort here by Spence, getting it done on both ends. Spence now flips the field with a bunch of eyes on him as Latore will take a breather. Brent Deal out of the sub box. Smooth dodge by Deal. opens up, now feeds it in front. It was a chance for Fisher's son before stick checked away. Still anybody's ground ball. And it's won by the Jays. Sun works it near side for Ferry. Charlie Ferry. Looking for some isolation, 2 slide. And the ball slashed loose. Still 30 to shoot. Latori. Now for Hernandez. Hernandez going for a goal, and he hit the pipe. Flag coming, though. It's our first one of this game as Elmhurst fires it wide in the end. Gonna be on the Foresters for a push. And a look at it here. Yeah, right about to the numbers. That is a fairly clear flag. First man up opportunity of this game for Elmhurst. They have struggled on the season, just 1 for 9. An especially impressive man down unit last year for Lake Forest, holding their opponents to just 26%. It's a little bit higher this year, but a small sample. Deal. Now Spence. Sun goes far side. Taylor skips it looking for Spence. He will recover just in front of the 40. And just like that, 30 seconds released. We're back to even. Spence playing some catch, takes it back up top. Movement coming in, creating space on the outside for Eli Spence. Lips and wore it off of his body, and he is trembling from the shot. You could tell he took it right near the chest. As a push, it will remain Elmhurst ball. Timeout called by Lake Forest. As that'll bring both teams in here. Take a quick break here on CCIW Network. 2:45 to go. 4-3. Jays lead on the CCIW Network.
I have a lot of family support that helps me balance school, the kids, work. A lot of people have said to me, Victoria, I don't know how you do it. It's crazy going back to school now. Why? You already have a company, you're already working. Why would you do that to yourself? I said Elmhurst is a great place to start off, even at my age, to come back to. The MBA program, the price of it is affordable. The location is very convenient. The teachers are phenomenal. I can't ask for a better school to go to. Once I graduate, it'll get back to normal and it'll be a lot easier, but it's well worth it.
Here's Spence with it out of the timeout. Goes back down low. Jays trying to double on their lead, up 4-3 with 2:23 left to go. Ball popped loose, and Hoff stepped in the crease. Foresters now will try to even things up with under 2 minutes to go. Now Wigton feeds in front, and this game is tied. Ryan Dusevitz, the senior from Vermont, knots us up at 4 apiece with 94 seconds left to go in the first half. Just left too much space in that left-handed shot off stick side of Laxonen. Andrew Laxonen, the netminder, has had a more interesting resume with these Jays. He was the starter 2 years ago, some people forget, and then Noah Mickelson came in and took over. Laxonen stayed here, waited for his time to come back, and that's this year, with Mickelson graduating. And now he gets to be a part of a very solid Blue Jay team in his senior year, trying to win that CCIW for the first time. They've made the tournament 8 times. They have been so close the last couple of years. Illinois Wesleyan has just simply had their number, and they're trying to change that this time around. It would help with a non-conference win like this. And some crossover action with the NACC, the second opponent that Elmhurst has faced out of that college or that conference so far. And this is the second CCIW opponent, as here is Sun down in the crease. As I was saying, second CCIW opponent for Lake Forest, coming off of an opening win against Carthage. It'll be one last hurrah here from the Foresters. Liam Bradley, the long stick, is over the line. 15 to go. And it looks like we are going to have a timeout called by Phil Dodson. We'll keep you here with 13 seconds left to go. That'll bring us a chance to look through some of the standing out statistics so far. Only one multi-goal scorer in this game so far, and it has been Herbert, the all-time points leader at Lake Forest College. 2-1 after the first. It was Lake Forest in the lead. Now a 3-2 second from the Jays. As Elmhurst pretty quick out of that timeout. I think the biggest number right now and what has been a storyline of this game is the turnovers. Jays with 7, an uncharacteristic number at this point in time. And Lake Forest has been disciplined, just 3 turnovers in the near first 30 minutes. So one last look coming here, and it's Lake Forest who will try to carry the lead into the locker room. It's Macklin Thomas with 6. Thomas wheeling his way around. He's got the last shot in his stick, but can't pull it free. And that's how the buzzer sounds on 2 quarters. Physicality has been key, and you're getting some of it after the whistle here. Late flag flies. And we'll see who they assess it on. Maybe offsetting now with the second one in the air. You wouldn't imagine it's the first ever meeting between these two schools with the bloody finish to the first half. And we'll see if we can get a quick peep in onto what they'll call here. And good note by our producer, Greg Rosso. We had a flag thrown here near side as well. So that's 3 flags on the field. And that will be something to break down and look over when we get the opportunity, but we will do that when we come back. That's the explanation being given right now. They're pointing both ways, so. But we'll dive deeper when we return here on CCIW Network through 30 minutes. It is a 4-4 tie here at Langhorse Field and quite a competitive non-conference tilt on CCIW Network.
I'm Eric Sanders, Director of the Masters in Project Management program here at Elmhurst University. The ideal student for a Masters in Project Management is someone with 3 to 10 years of experience who wants to learn how to lead work that has a beginning and an end. So it's not like a regular management job where you're managing continuously. You have a fixed beginning and a fixed end, and project management degree will help you learn how to be successful doing that. You're going to learn the theory behind project management, and you're going to learn how to do the work. The adage in project management is plan the work and then work the plan. You learn how to do that, and especially learn how to manage people and get work done through people. We're equal parts about managing the work and managing the people. Both are critical to success as a project manager, and we want to make sure that you do that. We offer our program in what we call the Elmhurst University Flex Mode. So our students are either in the class or maybe they're already a project manager and they need to be off-site for a week or two because of whatever work is happening. They don't have to miss class. Still on the night that their class is offered, they just dial in remotely from wherever they are. We offer an optional PMP exam prep class. So far we have a 100% success rate for students who have completed that class in taking PMI's PMP exam to be certified as a professional in project management. Another unique part of the Masters in Project Management program is that we use a cohort model. Students come in and they work with that cohort throughout the program, and that provides them with a network and also with a support structure that will help them succeed through their studies. All of our instructors in project management are experienced project managers, most with 20 years or more of experience. They've been there, done that, and understand how work is done, and they understand how to teach it, and they're excited about teaching it to new people. You may be asking yourself, I already have a PMP certification. Do I need a master's degree? The short answer is yes. The PMP certification shows that you're good at what you do. The master's degree will show that you're better at what you do and also will show that you're good at managing people as well as managing the work. That's going to make you a better project manager, and it'll also make you more attractive to employers. If you're interested in project management but not sure that you want a master's degree, we offer a certificate in project management that is essentially the first 4 courses in the master's degree program. That gives you a really good sense of what project management is and gives you a document that you can use to verify that with an employer. Also, those first 4 classes do count towards a master's degree. So many of our students who enroll in the certificate program decide, I really like this, and go on and complete the master's degree afterwards. My advice to someone looking to get an advanced degree is to commit to focusing on your self-development. It's going to take time and energy and effort, especially if you're working full-time, but it's possible. Commit to the time and commit to improving yourself, and you'll succeed.
The online ABSN nursing program allowed me a lot of flexibility in my schedule, and as an adult learner, that's important to me. One of my favorite parts of this program was the lab simulation and the clinical rotations. The preceptors we had were absolutely phenomenal role models, and those nurses took the time to walk us through the procedures, the equipment, and the nursing care that those patients needed. And we were able to see the impact of our role as nursing students affect those patients in a positive way. My classmates were phenomenal. They were absolutely fantastic, intelligent, hardworking people that brought extremely variable experience to the table. We really bonded as a group, and we made some very close friendships. My professors and preceptors have helped me identify my strengths and where I would be a good fit in the nursing profession, because there's so many possibilities in nursing. The impact I hope to have as a nurse is to educate my patients on how to be healthy and help them manage their chronic illnesses or even prevent those illnesses from occurring. Nursing is definitely a calling, because nursing is a healing profession. Nurses make the special connection with their patients in order to support them through some of the most difficult times of their life. I believe that we are lifetime learners. We need to be learning constantly. And as nurses, we need to be learning because we need to update our knowledge continuously and bring our best foot forward for the benefit of our patients.
Puma STEM stands for the Promotion of Underrepresented Minorities in Academic STEM. It's an alliance of 7 liberal arts colleges in the Chicago area and the College of DuPage. It really helps build the foundation of skills needed. As a scientist, we work on networking, we work on presentation, we work on interacting with the community. We provide skills with how to do basic research, what kind of basic research is available. And in the process of helping these students get STEM degrees, we're not just helping them achieve their educational goals, we're also helping advance the scientific fields that they study.
I worked on testing lithium-ion batteries with the focus on electric vehicles. Being a physics major, someone like me didn't really know what you can do with that major. I didn't know that you can go out and work on something like batteries and do research there and be able to see how they work and how you can improve them.
I'm working on research for C. diff within a long-term care facility. I didn't know how math was applicable in the real world. We see it in a healthcare setting, and math is extremely important in order to help save lives.
My research specifically was studying the ecology of the common sniper turtles. I thought it was it'd be a good opportunity to kind of get out there and do some research, which is kind of what I wanted to do. And I also thought it'd just be cool.
It's not overwhelming. You have other people to guide you and help you along the way, as well as you can get a glimpse of what school later on or work that you may want to do later on.
This research paved the way for me to consider grad school.
Through Puma STEM, I'm able to travel and show other people my research. Maybe they can then take my research and expand on it as well.
The coolest thing about Puma STEM to me is seeing that it's not just old white guys doing research. It's women, people of color. It's cool to see we're here too.
Back from the halftime break here with just under 2 minutes from the opening second half face-off. And as you see on your screen there, we are deadlocked through the first 2 quarters. Welcome back into the broadcast on CCIW Network, everybody. Luke Jordan here with you alongside our producer, Greg Rosel. And we've been treated to some great lacrosse so far. With a look at the highlights here, it has simply been a back and forth game. Hunter Hernandez is the one who got us fired up. And from then on, we have had plenty of ties in this game as we go to the other half of the turf. A good feed in front, and not much Andrew Laxonen could do there, or on many of these Forrester goals. And then in the second, the emphatic fist pump from Sam Hoff able to get on the board. Elmhurst would add on another. Latore with a bouncer. That is swept right by Libson. And then on the other end with 10 minutes to go, Lake Forest really started to crawl their way back into this one. How about Brendan Herbert? This was a sweet, slick goal. Herbert with the quick switch of hands right at the end. And they would also find some space out in the house as well. Quick shot and a goal from Ryan Dusevitz. So, let's go. Third quarter underway here on CCIW Network. Who's going to break the tie first? Is it Lake Forest with the ball? Thomas goes near side for Wigton. We had some flags at the end of that first half. 2 Jays sitting in the box and 1 Forester. So it is a mini man upcoming. Max Ridenauer and Josh Brandt are the 2 sitting for Elmhurst. Left-handed shot, and there's the man-up goal. A very solid man-up unit on the season. It's their 8th goal on 17 tries, nearly 50%. A unit just 29.9% last season. And they're just finding unique ways to score on the man-up so far in the 2026 year. It's Boston against Vasquez, broken head. And that will be Elmhurst's ball on a stoppage. You see Mark Morrell say, Ferry, go pick it up. And he'll start the play from up top. One last quick change as Henry comes off. Fisher's son is on. And that's who they'll find right now. Second lead of the game for the Foresters. They're up 2-1, now 5-4. Trying to pull off the upset of the Blue Jays, who are on home territory here. And with that, we're back to even. Plenty of time off the shot clock already. It'll be a condensed even strength possession here. Hoff shifting out to the right hand. Down at X Hernandez. Taylor. Good feed, far side. Hoff with space, off target. 25 still to shoot. Taylor will carry on the left hand, go for Hernandez. Haven't seen much out of Hernandez lately. That could change here. He is trying to take over with 13 to shoot. Hernandez fires one wide, and it'll be one last try with 10 to go. They quickly motion a man back down. That's Eli Spence, who they're looking for quick activation from down low. Spence, who can shake and bake. Off to the right hand, going towards the crease, hits the crossbar. And a crease violation on the senior Spence. Lake Forest standing their ground right now with a little help from the pipe. Another clean clear. Between these two teams, 23 for 24 combined on clearing attempts today, which, if anything, is an alert to Mark Morrell and Phil Dodson to try to change up the ride, as the clearances have just been simply too easy. Wigton looks out in front. He is decked. And now the other way comes Gus Mossman. The freshman long pole. Off for another long stick. Henry, now Sun. Whistle sounds. Something in the back play there. I don't know exactly what was. Anybody? No? I think we're all a little clueless up here. Was wondering offsides for a moment, but at the time when I looked, there were only 6. So not sure what exactly caused that whistle. It was offside, okay. So I just looked late, it seemed. That'll happen. Dusevitz on the right side. He's got a goal for Lake Forest today. Off for Herbert, who's got 2 on hat-trick watch. Now Dusevic looking for a second of his own. Good feed. They try to find Thomas, but it's cut off, and here comes Mossman the other way. He's got a knee brace on that right leg. Just backs off. And avoiding the check is Aiden Gowell. Sophomore from Chicago just dumps it off and gets off. Sutton now will get below goal line extended with a little help there from Spence. The ball pops loose, and it is Lake Forest ball as is off the whistle. Liam Bradley will go back across as Lake Forest continues to be successful on the clear before now they blow a tire. A failure. Could not get it over midfield in time. Latore back up top for Hernandez. He starts to activate. Off on that left hand that he previously scored up. Back to the right. Left again. Goes for Taylor. At the line. Taylor takes the return. Now Spence given a bit too much room here. Eli Spence will try to make them pay, but number 2 draws 2. Feeds it off for Ferry with a bouncer, and looks like Lipson might have gotten a piece of it. Otherwise, off the post. Here's Hernandez now with off speed. How often do you see that? Hunter Hernandez just tried to follow through and it went straight into the ground. And that has just described the type of night it's been for Elmhurst. Here comes Wigton the other way. Schuckman, the Floridian, flips the field for Wigton. Now Herbert. Brendan Herbert. Right hand. Tries to skip one through. Wigton can't reach out for it successfully. Anybody's ground ball. The 50-50 type, and it's won by the Foresters. As Wigton backs out. Shot clock did not reset. There's 10 to shoot. Here comes Wigton in desperation mode. Puts it off wide to the left, and the chase is won by Lake Forest, but they'll have 6 seconds to get one off here, and you can see Elmhurst quickly adjusting with the coverage. Herbert tries from a distance, and that'll do on that possession. They knew they didn't have much time. Herbert might have had an extra second or two, unless they started that shot clock a little early. This one scraped into play by Hoff before ruled Lake Forest ball. Just got over that sideline. Herbert. That was nearly costly coughed up. Far side and a dry bouncer. Stopped by Laxonen. Good look from DeRosia. Crease violation as is. And now Elmhurst will try to start the clear. Ferries over midfield. Jays looking for their first goal of this half, as they have been real quiet after averaging 14.3 goals a game through their first 3. They scored 17 down in Kentucky, then 11 in Ohio against Denison, 15 against Aurora. Here's a turnaround fire off target. It is Elmhurst ball off the chase. This team receiving votes, they are 3rd out of the top 25, so you could really deem this team as number 28 in the nation. But that could deeply plummet if they cannot pull one off against the Foresters here. And early season results can add up over time when it comes to the spot for the tournament. Here comes Ferry. Cannot find Sun. Stick was checked right at the end, knocking off the pass. And Lake Forest stride for stride defensively with the Jays so far today. A 6th caused turnover. Elmhurst with just 2 turnovers caused on their behalf. Nice hit by Henry. The helmet is off on the far side. That was bullying there. Done on Rowan Behringer. You can get the helmet off in some sports occasionally. Lacrosse, it is not as common as you'd imagine. That was a rough pass for Mossman. Laxton saying you got to get over midfield, and they do just in time. And here comes Gow. Setting a screen now. Fisher's son. The 6'5" attackman. One of the tallest on this roster. And he's not even a long pull. They could probably work him into that position if they wanted. And they'll use him for some screen here. Deal dumps it off now for Sun. Fisher's son going to goal. Save made by Lipson. Quickly worked ahead for Bradley, but he can't scoop it up. Now he does. Bradley hounded. Lake Forest wanted a potential flag, perhaps. And now it's Lake Forest at risk of a failure, getting over just in time. But the ball pops loose anyway. Picked up by Josh Brandt. And here come the Blue Jays. Eli Spence. Will he find his first here? One of the nation's best last year strikes. Much needed, and a first goal of this half finally arrives for Elmhurst. And from who else? 14th goal this season in 4 games.
Goal by number 2, Eli Spence.
It's Vasquez going against O'Reilly this time. John O'Reilly, the backup face-off guy, went early. And that has been a problem for the Foresters, as Elmhurst now 11 for 12 at the face-off dot today. Here's Hernandez. Elmhurst leads. .5'11", but he will get in your face.
Elmhurst goal for number 43, Hunter Hernandez.
And all of a sudden, the Blue Jays starting to pick apart Jacob Lipson as they regain the lead. First lead since there was 9:36 left in the second for these Jays. Nice ground ball by Henry, but he held. Somebody held. And Lake Forest will get the ball back. I think Elmhurst wants it back. I can't tell. My goodness. Zane Crumity off for Hernandez, looking for the hat trick. What a save by Lipson. Might have even gotten saved by the pipe. And Hunter Hernandez that shy of a hat trick here in the third. But it will remain Blue Jay ball. Offsides. That's what we think up here. It's been 4 years since I've played lacrosse, so I think I need to touch up on some things apparently. And a yard sale on the play. I can tell you what that is when the stick is laying flat on the turf. All momentum in the hands of the men in white right now. And a flag flies way behind the play. It is on Lake Forest. So a man-up opportunity will be coming for Elmhurst. A unit that has struggled. Here comes Taylor. Back up top for Hernandez. With 2 in this game. Hernandez trying to blow by. Now Hoff for Sun. Skip past Hernandez. 2.5 to play in the third. An action-packed third at that as of late. Hernandez, sharp angle, can't get to go. Bats in the rebound. What a save by Lipson. And we'll get the whistle. Incredible save by Lipson. The quick stick here from Hernandez. Watch, up in the air, just bats it down. And Lipson was not expecting it, but that doesn't mean he can't stop it. So offsides, 30 seconds. And it is Carson Pagel serving. Not much time to work with. Let's see what they do here. It's Spence off for Sun. Some space for Ferry. Now at the goal line. Look who's backdoor. It was Taylor, but it's intercepted. If Jacob Lipson does not have his goalie stick in the way of that pass, it's 7-5. That is a heroic play. And that is exactly how your netminder can be that 6th defender. Lake Forest saying, we got to get it over half. And now they do. Trying to avoid a second failure in this game. Here comes Wigton. And we are back to even. Dusevitz. Now for John Shannon. Here comes Aiden Wigton. Sidearm shot goes to the bottom corner. What a beauty from Aiden Wigton. With his second of the game, Lake Forest now with 2 multi-goal scores between him and Herbert.
Lake Forest goal.
Add that one to the highlight reel, Greg. Bottom right on a sidearm beauty. First sidearm goal of this game. A lot of the classic overhand. And we are even at 6. Leading way to what will be a popcorn-worthy 4th. We're not even there yet. Vasquez with a gritty face-off victory. Elmhurst was able to hold the last possession if they liked, and they will get the ball back. Hernandez was pointing and saying that hit off the stick of Avery Whitehead. It did in the end. .50 to go in quarter number 3. 6-6 in a non-conference tilt. That feels like a crucial window of the season type of conference game with the intensity we've seen today, and it's Sam Hoff. 7-6 Elmhurst.
Elmhurst goal for number 3, Sam Hoff.
Hoff finds a second on 3 shot attempts. One Minnesota native looming huge, and now Vasquez, another Minnesota native, thought that there might have been an early procedure there from John O'Reilly, but he's not going to get it. John O'Reilly, one heck of a face-off guy. 16 for his first 20 face-offs over the first 2 games of this season. Nice move, Wigton. Did they say he warded? Yes, he did. Yeah, at least that's what I believe. It was, yeah, it is ruled a ward. See, I know my stuff, Greg. We're getting there, just getting the rust off the wheels, right? Spence now tumbles down, followed up, and hits the iron. Good try for Josh Brandt, and that's how we finish 3 quarters. If you did not know spring sports are in full swing, now you know. One heck of a first 45, and we've still got a quarter to go on CCIW Network. Don't go anywhere after this quick break.
I'm Eric Sanders, Director of the Masters in Project Management program here at Elmhurst University. The ideal student.
The online ABSN nursing program allowed me a lot of flexibility in my schedule, and as an adult learner, that's important to me. One of my favorite parts of this program was the lab simulation and the clinical rotations. The preceptors we had were absolutely phenomenal role models, and those nurses took the time to walk us through the procedures, the equipment, and the nursing care that those patients needed. And we were able to see the impact of our role as nursing students affect those patients in a positive way. My classmates were phenomenal. They were absolutely fantastic, intelligent, hardworking people that brought extremely variable experience to the table. We really bonded as a group, and we made some very close friendships. My professors and preceptors have helped me identify my strengths and where I would be a good fit in the nursing profession, because there's so many possibilities in nursing. The impact I hope to have as a nurse is to educate my patients on how to be healthy and help them manage their chronic illnesses or even prevent those illnesses from occurring.
Back to the action, another violation here. It was John O'Reilly and Tony Vasquez at the dot yet again. Elmhurst has now won 13 of 16. Stat they have most dominated in this game, but they're only up by 1. Trying to pull away and move to 4-0 on the season. Greg Rosel, our producer, Luke Jordan here with you on the CCIW Network. It's Taylor curling out to the left side. 42 degrees here in Elmhurst as we try to close out this game. Here's Taylor right side. Goes to X. Taylor, spin cycling. Hernandez finds Hoff, as he had a hot stick as of late. Trying to find the hat trick here. He'll dump it off instead. Sun. Now for Hoff. Ferry. He's got an angle to the net. He will curl wide. And with that, just a dozen to shoot now. Hoff. Curling his way around. Sam Hoff has to shoot soon, or at least get it off. There's 2 seconds. They're unaware of the time. Ferry at the horn, and he scores, but I think this is going to get waved off. Yep, shot clock violation. Just completely unaware of the clock. And Elmhurst is unable to double the lead. It was a great look to Ferry across the turf, but by the time that ball landed in Ferry's stick, there might have been 2 seconds on that shot clock. Did they just go over and back? I mean, utter chaos in the last minute, and Elmhurst will hold yet again. Waste no time, and they score! Eli Spence gets his chance and cashes. 15th on the year.
Elmhurst goal for number 2, Eli
Costly turnover
Spence.
from Lake Forest, and out of the gate, this is what it turns into. You almost see a frustration embering from Spence there. He has been so tightly covered in this game. Hence the reason why he's only got 2 points so far. After his ridiculous 111 points in 15 games as a junior last year. And the Foresters will need to start searching for answers. 3 goals in a row. Thomas, good feed, backdoor, they score. No, crease violation. Herbert thought he had the Hattie. Hands on the heads of some Foresters on the bench because of this right here. Watch that backside. He tries to tiptoe around the crease, but did not escape the whistle. And that looms crucial for the Jays, still up 2 with the ball in their hands. With a dozen minutes to go, every possession is more important than ever, and will only get more important as the time goes on. What an absolutely incredible game so far. Ferry. Forced on that right hand. Not given much space. Now Sun curling around. Ferry will try again on the right hand. Gets by, bounces wide. 8 on the shot clock here. And they will let Spence start with it. They're saying you got to start down the corner. Here goes. With single digits to shoot, Spence goes wide, but a flag called. Disbelief from the Lake Forest end. It'll be a man up coming on Liam Bradley, who committed the flag. It was on this play here with Spence. Yep, got him in the head right there. He lifted his stick up. And that is a 1 minute. Longest man-up opportunity Elmhurst has had today. With the full minute this time around, they have just 1 man-up goal coming into this game on the season. Up top, Spence, given too much space, and he puts it just wide. How Spence again! Another day, another hat trick for the senior. 4 unanswered from Elmhurst, who trailed 6-5.
Elmhurst goal for number 2,
now up by
Eli
3.
Spence.
You just can't give a shooter like that too much space. And they did it twice. Seven shots, 3 ground balls, and now 3 goals for Eli Spence. Gotta watch there for Henry. That's a push. And it will be Forrester ball off the whistle. Able to make some quick adjustments. This game is far from finished. I think many returning Elmhurst fans can relate to last season. Of course, having that hefty lead over Illinois Wesleyan here at home. I remember that game very purely, thinking this was finally the moment they beat the Titans, and Wesleyan came back and won. So, nothing promised here with just above 10 minutes to play. If you can get one more, you'll feel pretty good, but you can't allow that type of opportunity. And to their help, Wigton misses the cage. Still plenty of time here on the possession for the Foresters. They'll go from that Spence distance, and not that time. Laxonen well out of his crease with the ground ball. How about Andrew Laxonen? Takes a bit of a check at the end. Did he get shoved out is the question. Yes. Lake Forest ball. Right before he got the ball off. And that will come into play here on Laxonen. Definitely got to be catching his breath right now, and he will get some help. Huge pickpocketing play from Alec Castillo. Ferry's holding up saying, I've got it, give me the whistle, and here we go. Sun put it up top. Shots are 29-20. On frame, 15-12, Elmhurst. Taylor. Now Hernandez steams ahead. Off to the left, Hernandez. We'll find Taylor. Look at him go across the turf, and he picks the top corner. Jays have knocked the door down here at Langhorst. 10-6. Or maybe not? So we got a foul after the whistle, it seems.
Elmhurst goal for number 22, Kyle Taylor.
So it was something after the whistle. So good goal. But Lake Forest gets the ball off the rip, has a chance in front, flags fly, and a man upcoming, but more the worry is the well-being of Carson Pagel right now. He got absolutely jammed in front of the crease. And he is up to a knee. You'll get a look here. That just doesn't look pleasant. Ugh. 3 large white jerseys collapsing on you right in front. And he is slowly trotting his way to the right side of the sideline where Lake Forest is located today. So here goes this man-up unit yet again for Lake Forest. They've got a man-up goal in this one. Trying to find another. 4 last game against Hope. Here's Shannon with 4 on the season. They'll flip the field. Far side shot rings the pipe. It is Foresters on the chase. John Shannon is located right inside the house right now. Number 1 in black. He leads this team with man-up goals. And they look to him right here. Here's Shannon. Up top now. Oh boy, Shannon gave it away. And that one is going to roll its way. Just kept in. And that is heroic keep by Aiden Wigton. Wigton now feeds it backside. Shannon trying to grasp it. And now this one on the near side rolling its way out. Elmhurst ball. Haven't gotten to watch every single possession this season for Elmhurst, but that might be one of the better man-down sequences on the year so far for Mark Morell's unit. Hernandez. Dump it off up top. Almost kind of looked like a bit of cramping in the run from Hernandez. An unusual linger, but he's still moving good as new. Just something to keep an eye on. Charlie Ferry to the far side. Here goes Taylor. Now Sun. Sun has taken over. The 6'5" unit puts it home. There has simply been no answer. 6 unanswered for Elmhurst.
Elmhurst goal for number 29, Fisher, Sun.
So quick to that left hand, and of course that dominant hand is the right hand. He gets back in a flash. (11-6), but if you're just joining us, it has not been easy waves for Elmhurst. It's Vasquez over midfield. Elmhurst with 15 successful face-offs. Lake Forest with 4. Hernandez trying to really put the nail in the coffin. Just missed. Not a bad look for Hernandez, as you see here. In the meantime, we transition to Lake Forest over midfield. Gotta move fast if you're Phil Dodson and the Lake Forest Foresters. They had a really solid fourth quarter against Hope. What can they do here? Just off frame from Herbert. Ended up losing 12-9 in that game to Hope College. They were down 4-0 in the first 8 minutes. They were down 10-2 at one point. So they closed out a majority of that game against the Flying Dutchman with plenty of goals to be seen. And if you're just hearing Hope College for the first time, yes, they are called the Flying Dutchman. I didn't make that up. One of the more bizarre mascots in maybe all of college. I remember my first Elmhurst basketball game was against the Flying Dutchman. I had to double take. I probably looked it up 3 different times to make sure that was the correct mascot. Because it's an anchor, right? You would have thought like the Admirals or like something like that, right? But hey, I mean, it has one heck of a unique twist to it. I love it. I just confused me a little bit. Here's Hernandez. Good feed for Sun, who quick sticks it home. Signal that the goal is good. It comes from the near side. It was close to a crease violation, but not close enough. And just like that, Elmhurst has doubled Lake Forest today. Would not imagine we would be saying that about 30 minutes ago. And Fisher's son has taken over. The second J with a hat trick in this one. This fourth quarter is becoming useful film to show why Elmhurst could be a top 25 team in the nation. Just above 4 minutes left to kill off now as they try to move to 4-0. Lake Forest looking to avoid 2-2. But this will very much likely be a winning season for the Foresters. You can just tell by the way that they played this game. The teams that they played so far, they might move to 2-2 for the time being, but they'll try to reciprocate another above 500 season against the winningest coach in Lake Forest College history, and Phil Dodson. They were 10-8 last year. And that was primarily in part to their defense. 243 caused turnovers, led the 12-team NACC. Here goes Ferry. Off to the right hand. Hit the top corner. Might have combined with the post and crossbar right there. I know Charlie Ferry didn't score there, but he's going to be crucial in a returning season for the Blue Jays. Only had 8 points last season as a sophomore. And he's now got 11 on the season in his junior year. Mind you, this is the 4th game. Elmhurst played 16 last year. So Charlie Ferry has really put in the off-season work, and it is becoming statistically noticed. Hoff, shifty to the left hand. Is there a 13th in the loom? No. Just a completely missed target. And over and back. Wigton now tries to cycle off, gets on the right. Beautiful, another spin move, but the ball pops loose. And it was shoveled out by Ridenauer. Stays Lake Forest ball. Shot clock does not reset though. .55 on 55 there. Dusevitz had it taken away by Mossman. Another clear by Elmhurst, 16 for 17 in this game. It's those little stats that you can't let go unnoticed. Good feed for a cutting man. It looked to have been Taylor. A flag flies. And Elmhurst will move to the man up in the late goings. Interference the call on Ryan Dusevitz. And there it is. And they're resetting the shot clock. So Elmhurst could hold out this game if they wanted. But with their hunger in this 4th, I would assume they would just want another. And the Foresters with an aggressive approach as well. So that's how we'll play out this last minute. Spence was able to separate with Bradley tumbling. Blue Jays started last season 10-0. Their first loss came to Denison, and they knocked down Denison in their second game of the season this year when they were ranked number 19. Can really just start to feel in the air that this is a different Elmhurst team. Trying to win the CCIW for the first time in their program's history, having been around since 2013. And it's really just looked at as one step at a time. And being able to escape here against Lake Forest, quite impressive and done in quite an exaggerated fashion. It's dumped away by Taylor. And that's how things will close out here. One last Hail Mary coming from Lake Forest College, but the buzzer sounds and Elmhurst closes out this game on 7 unanswered goals and wins this one by a final of 12-6 in the first ever meeting between these two schools. The bell will be rung tonight.
Your final score, Lake Forest 6, your Elmhurst Blue Jays 12. The Blue Jays are back in action
Eli
on
Spence,
Saturday, March
Fisher's
7th,
son, both
hosting
collectively
Oberlin
earned hat
College
tricks
at
in
1
this
p.m.
one,
Fans, thank
along
you
with
for
some
attending
help
tonight's
from the
game.
rest
Please
of the
get home
depth.
safely and go Blue Jays.
How about Hunter Hernandez? 6 points in his first 2 games back now. And the final here, 12-6. One last big huddle for Mark Morrell and their crew before they head to ring the bell. As they move to 4-0, they're still the only team beaten in the CCIW. And another CCIW opponent is up in the process for Lake Forest. They'll take on Illinois Wesleyan coming up next for the Foresters. Elmhurst will continue on from home here against Oberlin on Saturday and Ohio Wesleyan on the 10th. Then they'll take on Hope on the 14th. Want to thank Greg Rosel for our big help in this one. My name has been Luke Jordan. Your final, Elmhurst 12, Lake Forest 6. And Elmhurst fans, we will catch you on the flip side here on CCIW Network as the Blue Jays try to continue on their undefeated season come Saturday.